when I was in the monastery, it was in silence. And on major feast days, one of the priests would give a sermon to the community. And Thomas Merton said to the community, he said, I'm always humbled when I'm asked to speak in this place, because everything said here should come out of silence. And he said, the fruit of what's said should deepen the silence. He said, sometimes we think we're real because we make noise. But there's a kind of a word that doesn't break the silence. It's a word that embodies silence. So when you're chanting the Psalms or the poetic voice, that's what I pick up you're saying too. There's a kind of a precision that out of the silence, there's a sound that doesn't break the silence.
Correct.
It's the silence that resonates within the sound itself. And it silences us with beauty. Do you know what I mean?
It's great because I think, well, I was saying that, the silence can be louder sometimes than a note and stuff. Well, some notes carry the silence within that note. There is a silence that some notes can carry.
It's true. I have another image here to share.
Sure.
There's a commentary I like of Meister Eckhart a lot, by Rainer Sherman. And he's talking about the mystical teachings of Eckhart, and he's comparing it to music.
Yeah.
And the example that he gives, and I'm going to give the example, years ago, I went to the Hollywood Bowl to hear Isaac Perlman play the violinist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so when you go to an event like that, Eckhart would say, you're looking around to see if you know anybody. He said, you're in an attached, distracted state. And then when Perlman starts to play, that he played with such surrender, you got the feeling the beauty wasn't coming from him, it was flowing, he was like channeling the beauty. And when the beauty is channeled, it can reach a place in you where you're so silenced by the beauty. And so Eckhart says, it's no longer true that the soloist is on one side playing and you're on the other side listening. There's only the event of the music that enraptures us. And so it's no longer true that God's on one side creating us and we're being created. We're being enraptured by the music. Would you say that?
I say that absolutely. And that's also, when that's truly happening, is because that music is being channeled through the person that is playing and the person that is listening. I mean, they're both participating in the act of creating that musical moment. It's not, the guy playing by itself, alone on stage, it won't produce that. That is produced, it happens to me playing too. Yeah. It's something that is what when Krishnamurti will say, I remind you that I'm not telling you anything, we are thinking together. And, I have the task of doing the talking part, but actually this is something that we're doing together. Yeah. I feel that when music is really happening, it's something that is being produced, is being brought up by both the people that are playing and the people that are listening, it's different parts of the same thing.
Yeah. And would you say too, like they'll say this about mathematics, like did we invent mathematics or did we discover it? So the same as music, did we invent music or is music actually divine? That is, it's not, we're not fabricating music. There's somehow, there's the divinity of the flow of music. Like the musicality of reality. Does that make sense, you said?
Yes, everything is at all times, right?
Yes.
We just sort of do edits of the wholeness.
Yeah, yes.
And so that's what it is. We're not really inventing or creating nothing in a way. Everything has created, you know what I mean?
Right.
And